Everybody, welcome to a new edition of California Bountiful. I'm your host, Tracy Sellers. You know, catering to any amount of people is really hard, but try doing it for 8,000 people every day. Well, we met one man that is doing just that.
Onions, tomatoes, spinach, broccoli.
Despite his enthusiasm about the variety of produce he works with, Michael Schlegel isn't talking about what we can see on the menu at San Diego's hottest new restaurant, but rather what's going to be on the menu come feeding time for a particularly large group of eaters.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mike Schlegel. I'm the Director of Nutritional Services here at San Diego Zoo Global, and welcome to the Forage Warehouse.
Welcome to the dining quarters for the world-famous San Diego Zoo. The zoo has been entertaining and educating visitors since it was formed back in 1916. And today it's home to one of the largest collection of mammals, birds, and reptiles in all of North America. Around 900 species in all, which total out to about 8,000 animals, which means around 8,000 very hungry mouths to feed every day. To prepare the daily menu means starting bright and early at the Forage Warehouse. This is where hundreds of pounds of food are dished out each and every day. From sunup to sundown, Michael and his team work closely with zookeepers and veterinarians to monitor the animals and ensure they receive the ideal balance of nutrients from their food. Food that in many cases gets its start on farms and ranches right here in California.
So we use the same vendor as our restaurants here at the zoo, and so we use human quality produce. We're buying a number of California grown products, from our yams and carrots to many of the greens that you see here are all California grown. We're using over 1,500 cases of romaine a year. We're using over 3,500 bags of carrots a year. Over 145,000 pounds of raw meat every year to feed our carnivores. We use over 800 tons of a custom herbivore products that we have made here in California. Between the zoo and the safari park, we're using over 550 tons of hay every year. And it looks like we're having California grown strawberries in season right now that we'll incorporate into our gorilla diets and other primates. They're very picky and they like quality produce.
They're the foodies.
They're the foodies, that's for sure.
Greens change every day, so we have like 60 items throughout the week, different things. So mostly in the morning for this feeding, they get greens, different kinds of greens and whatnot, but sometimes we'll hang different bits of fruit or veggies. It just depends sometimes. And the gorillas are they have very good manual dexterity, so they like to pick it off.
Limiting treats is all in a day's work for a zoo nutritionist. Much like farmers monitoring their animals in their herd, zookeepers are also keeping an eye out for the same potential issues their animals might face, like mineral deficiencies or digestive problems, or just general pickiness of what's on their plate every day.
It is new every day, so coming into work you never know what is going to happen. Certainly we have a plan, but it certainly changes depending on what may happen. You may have an animal that is born that's unexpected and you have to come up with a hand rearing formula that's needed, or there may be a medical procedure that needs attention and that you need to drop what you're doing and develop a diet plan for that individual.
And everything from bugs to broccoli is dished out here. In fact, because of their proximity to a variety of farms in California, you probably won't find a bigger or better selection anywhere else, which makes life a lot easier for those who work with the animals every day.
I was making the diet for one of our porcupines, and this is the diet sheet for our porcupine. We have diet sheets made for each individual animal, not just species in general, but for each individual. So this is Agra. She's an Indian crested porcupine, and what I'm feeding her is corn and sweet potato. Those are two of her favorite items to eat.
Koalas generally in captivity are given between 3 and 4 different varieties of eucalyptus, and that is because we kind of rely on them to tell us what they like and don't like. Our browse farm houses about 30 different species that they grow for us. So they'll give us a good selection. He's giving you his best side. I've always said that if I come back in my next life, it will be as a koala, but a koala in captivity. I don't want to have to work for my food.
And while koalas don't have to work very hard for their food, others are working extremely hard behind the scenes to make sure the zoo animals are well fed and live in spaces that closely resemble their natural habitats. Making the place look like the animal's home, as well as taking care of hundreds of thousands of plants at the zoo, takes careful planning and thinking. And ensuring both the animals and visitors are happy is all part of something called functional landscaping.
We're sort of repurposing from the landscape as well. So what might look like colorful flowers actually has another function as well. So this multifunction landscape is more than an aesthetic. It actually provides us with a crop.
So what may look like hibiscus to you and I is actually a tasty little treat for some of the creatures at the zoo. And catering to exotic palates with discerning taste buds takes a thick skin, and in some cases, even a thick jacket. Take, for example, a rare day when it's actually pouring in San Diego. Yes, it does rain there. The animals over at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park still need to be fed, so a little rain isn't going to stop the staff from getting out there and doing their job.
The job is great. It's a safari every day.
So, rain or shine, you'll find this dedicated group serving up some of the freshest California-grown food you'll find. You see, living in the largest agricultural state in the nation provides the zoo staff with many luxuries it might not have, like an ample amount of fresh meat and produce all year long. Which is important because while nutrition may be a science, feeding zoo animals is an art form. And it's one that the staff at the San Diego Zoo has definitely mastered.
So I look at my role as the executive chef. I really don't cook or make the diets, but I kind of help plan the menu, and the other nutritionists help plan the menu.
I've been here for 7.5 years and can't imagine going anywhere else.
It's very fulfilling for me. This is a dream come true. Not many people can say that they've been actually able to do their dream job, but I've been fortunate enough.